Trevor Lawrence has been given the keys since he was drafted by the Jaguars in day one, and there hasn't really been anybody that has pushed him for the job or been a credible threat to dethrone him as QB1. No offense to C.J. Beathard, but let's just be honest. And while Trevor has had some moments and shown more flashes than drunk girls at a Mardi Gras parade, bringing in a guy like Mac Jones could be the best recipe to get the best version of Trevor Lawrence to finally show up. Now, I'm not saying that Mac Jones is some elite piece that got signed to take the job from Trevor, but he's just good enough to actually be a threat and is a viable option to take over for the former Clemson quarterback if he gets hurt or if it doesn't work out. Now, Trevor does work his ass off. Nobody's doubting that, and he does things the right way on and off the field. But iron does sharpen iron. True competition breeds elite culture and can be either the tipping or a turning point for Lawrence at this point in his career. Now, Mac is almost the perfect guy to bring in because he's in between terrible and great. The best version of mid to jumpstart Trevor into hopefully taking the next evolution into becoming great. And if you're a Patriots fan, this opens the door up even more to go get Jayden Daniels and puts to bed whether the Pats are going to rebuild or just try and hang on. So this trade really is a true win-win for everybody involved. Somebody that's always a win-win for everybody involved. My co-host, former Michigan quarterback, sun starer, David Cohn, and my brother.
Hello.
It's a win all in his own special way.
Yep, you get that cheese, Danny.
You get that cheese, Danny. Former Western State Colorado wide receiver, Blaine Crane. A lot of quarterback movement, David. We're going to get in the other stuff. Yep. But I do like this move by the Jaguars because to me, at the end of the day, you have a guy that if Trevor gets hurt, we saw him miss, I think, the first game of his career last year. I think it was week 16, week 17. Can't remember exactly. But I think Mac will push him enough to where, hey, you can't get comfortable. You can't just rest on your laurels. You have to start making that next step or taking that next step into becoming the guy that we drafted you to be.
Well, I think this almost certainly means the Patriots will go quarterback at 3. They have the 3rd draft pick this year. I don't think you trade Mac Jones and then go and trade for some other veteran around the league at this point. So I think the Patriots are in a very similar situation to the Bears, to be honest, where it's justifiable to make a draft pick now at quarterback with this deep of a class, but just going and drafting a guy is not going to solve all your problems. They have a lot of issues to worry about. On Mac Jones specifically, we have a large enough sample size now after 3 seasons to understand this isn't a surprise. He did throw for 3,800 yards, 22 touchdowns, and had a 67% completion percentage as a rookie.
Came on the scene
but then
hot.
Regressed in all of those passing categories over the past 2 seasons. This past year, 2,100 yards, 64% completion percentage through 10 touchdowns to 12 interceptions. Obviously, he was getting benched and splitting time, but keep in mind, it's been a offensive coordinator carousel for him, even at one point having Matt Patricia as his OC. Things were a disaster in New England. He's going to go back home to Jacksonville now. I think this, even more than pushing Trevor Lawrence for the starting job, he'll serve as a legitimate backup who can step in if something happens to Trevor Lawrence. And if nothing does, he'll still get a valuable year under Doug Peterson. I mean, think about, we're going to talk about Baker Mayfield later. Look what Baker Mayfield was able to do just having 1 year with Sean McVay in L.A. He's going to be able to be coached by a great offensive mind in Doug Peterson, and who knows, maybe in the years to come can showcase, hey, I'm still a legitimate starter and move on to a better situation.
Well, and also I think sometimes people forget, yes, Matt Patricia went from defensive coordinator to offensive coordinator, but Joe Judge went from special teams coordinator to quarterbacks coach. So you had all type of craziness going on with the Patriots. Blaine, I want to shift gears a little bit here. Obviously, you know what you think about Matt going to Jacksonville. But if you're the Patriots with that number 3 pick, right, you feel like Jayden Daniels is going to be there. You feel like Drake May can be there. To me, the more I watch Jayden Daniels, and we've talked about his need to become a smarter runner from a health standpoint, the more I am seeing a more explosive Jordan Love. Like the more I go back and watch the tape, I think there's some similarities there. The difference being, while Jordan is really athletic with his running ability, Jayden Daniels is a legitimate long-range threat when he takes off, even in the NFL.
Well, I do think when it comes to Patriots, you get rid of Mac Jones. It's obviously Mac Jones is going to be a backup in the NFL. That's what Mac Jones is. You have one of the most cap space in the NFL, which is good if you are the Patriots, because you are obviously rebuilding this football team. You signed Kendrick Bourne to a 3-year deal, one of your key receivers from last year. I don't think you can go wrong with either getting Caleb Williams, Drake May, or Jayden Daniels.
So trading up to go to one?
Well, no, if Caleb's somewhat reasonable. I'm saying the three guys, right? The three guys that are top one in the three is Jayden Daniels,
Drake,
Caleb Williams, and Drake May.
You think Drake's hadn't fallen?
No.
You think
I've watched Drake enough. I've seen Drake enough throw the football on the football field. The kid has an absolute hose. His gaming sense is through the roof. I mean, the kid has the unteachable tangible in the pocket, the way he moves, the way he feels. Drake May is a top 3 quarterback in this league. If you're the Patriots, you can't go wrong with choosing either 3 of these guys.
Yeah.
I'm seeing some places put J.J. McCarthy at 3 and have Drake May move.
That's what we'd like to call a reach. That's what that is.
And y'all are seeing the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm not just crazy or seeing a lot of pro mission
No,
bias. Like, this stuff's
he's
everywhere.
Hansel at the Male Model Awards right now. He's so hot right now, Hansel. What's up, everybody on YouTube? Thanks for stopping by. Listen, we're trying to get to 300 billion subscribers by the end of next week. So do your part. Subscribe, or who knows what's going to happen.